SIG V Crown 9mm 115 grain jacketed hollow point. 10% ballistic gelatin test today. BB calibration 3.3 inches. It's in the other block that's in the shade. I'll show you that in a second. It's in the 30s today, so no need for the cooler with ice packs today. So we're at the appropriate temperature thanks to the weather and coming straight out of the fridge. Firearm I'm using, Taurus G2 3-inch barrel. There's you an up close on those. So SIG is advertising 1185 feet per second with those. I'm sure that's for a full size, so we'll see what we get out of this compact here over the chrono. We'll do a single layer of t-shirt first, and then we'll try 4 layers of denim, get a measurement, get a weight, penetration depth. Let's get started. So in the catch block here, these are just previous channels from the previous tests, so disregard that. What we're looking for is in here. And of course, this will be our catch block so we can get a measured overall penetration depth. Hit my table. Yep. Alright, so I was laughing there because I hit my table on that second shot. Came in way too low here. You can see all the bullet holes from where I've been shooting this thing. Anyways, so there's the t-shirt back here. And then there's the one through the denim where I did not hit the table. And that one's sitting about right there. Let me grab a tape measure real quick. So I gotta say, these are pretty impressive here because those are pretty good cavities there. Not the best I've seen from 9mm, certainly not the worst though. Pretty good. But we're getting really good penetration as well with full expansion, it looks like. Of course, we'll tell when we get these out of here. You know, I think I might throw this back on and shoot a couple more into it through the denim just to see if we get reliable expansion through the denim. But coming in about 15.25 there, 15.5 if you count that little bit of bounce back, it looks like. And then for this one that went through the denim, probably didn't expand as largely, about 17.5 there. So yeah, let me do that. Let me throw this back on, take a couple more into this side, and see what happens to them. All right, so I think we still got pretty good results. So there was my first one of the second round here. So that's the cavity from it. And then there was my final one. It's kind of cool. You can see how it was spiraling through there. And then there it sets about the same distance. You can see the other ones. And it does look like it contacted the table very lightly. But anyways, let's get these out of here and take a look at them. All right, so somewhat interesting results here. These are in order from left to right. So this first one here is through the t-shirt. The second one was our very first one through the denim. And then these were the last two through the denim. So you can see that one didn't do so well. However, it did expand. But what's interesting, and I forgot to get a measurement on these before I cut them out, but you know the other ones were sitting right here anyways, around 17 inches. So these ones through the denim, even though they expanded more largely than that first one through the denim, they still came in. Well, I guess that one was a little short. That one must have went about 17 there because it touched the table and disrupted it a little. Because I remember that this one here through the denim, it was sitting right around in there about 15, 16 or so. So that one went 17 because the small diameter. And then this one, you can see it's not quite as large as that or that. It went 17 because it's a little bit smaller and probably because it touched the table, even though it's larger than this one. And then this one here came in about the same distance as that one, like 15 or 16 there. You know, but they all expanded, including through denim, though that one's not fantastic expansion. It did still expand. So I'm going to be real interested to see what these do. This was just 115 grain standard pressure, I believe. You know, let's check the box real quick. Yeah, those are just standard pressure. There's no plus P designation on there. So, you know, the 124's plus P version of these, those would be pretty awesome, I would imagine. So those are the only ones I have right now. I will certainly be testing the 124 grain offering, and the 147 I think they make as well. We'll be trying those out eventually too. Also the plus P versions. But yeah, just seeing the results from these 115s, standard pressure, I'd imagine the 124 plus P would probably be a pretty amazing round, because you would get an even bigger permanent wound cavity, I'm imagining, and at least the same depth, if not further. Like I said, these are pretty nice cavities. I've seen better, but these definitely aren't bad cavities. And that would be due to the overall diameter, which we'll get in a second, but they're not that large. So, I mean, this one looks pretty good, but I've definitely seen much larger expansion from other offerings. That's why I'm thinking the 124s and plus P would have a larger diameter expansion, and give us a bigger permanent cavity there, and because they're heavier, should get roughly the same penetration. So I'll be looking forward to testing those soon. Now, it's a little breezy out, so if you see this flicking around like it's doing right now, see, it just went to 0 there. This is very sensitive because it's actually a reloader scale. It's meant for measuring tiny grains of powder. So whenever there's a slight breeze, it flickers around a little, but that's why. So here's the first one through the t-shirt. All these do still have like some gel stuck in them and whatnot. 116.7, so that's probably why that's heavier, because it's got a little bit of gel trapped in it. First one through the denim there, that's the smallest diameter, 115.3. Third one here, 116.3.2. Whoops. And then the final one here that touched the table. Let me try that again. It said 115 at first. 115.6 or 7 roughly. So it's not sitting in there 100% perfect. I'm having a hard time getting it to like hold on to it. But our expansion there, and that's the first one through the t-shirt, which was probably our largest. I don't think any of these were any bigger. So 0.527. So that is kind of small. I just, in these previous tests here, these were 380s, and I got larger expansion from that. So as I said, the expansion on these is not so large. So that's probably why they do a pretty good job at penetration. But I think that the 124s and plus P and all that would probably offer larger expansion, which would give you a bigger permanent wound cavity. So then the smallest one here, probably going to have to, yeah, I need 2 hands for this. So then that smallest one there through the denim, 0.486. So here's one last close-up on all these, and again, it's still in the same order, left to right. If you guys want to get yourself one of these calipers or the scale, chrono, or anything I use in my videos, there'll be links in the description for those. But yeah, there's our results. I don't think that's too terrible for 115 standard pressure. I don't know, what do you guys think? You know, the appeal of these, especially in this 50 round box like this, is it's kind of a budget option. Maybe one of the better budget options. I don't know, that's why we're doing this testing. But like, I bought this whole box recently, only a few months ago, for like, I think $39.99, I want to say. Pretty sure that's accurate. I know there'd be a lot higher at other places, probably $60, $70, but here in the state of Ohio, we don't have too many scalpers. But yeah, as far as not trying to spend $2 per shot for defensive ammunition, you know, this pretty good offering here. So like I said, I'll be trying out the 124s, 147s eventually, also in the plus P designation, doing other calibers as well. As I mentioned, 380, 40, 45. We're even going to be doing some shotgun and rifle stuff eventually. 22, I've always been doing 22 Magnum and whatnot. Well, that's going to do her. If you guys want to see anything you haven't seen yet, I got a bunch on the list, but always let me know in case I haven't heard of it. I'll check it out and try to get it on the channel. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.